Your thoughts on how the team did after Jamal went to the bench with 4 fouls?
Not bad. You know, sometimes I've said this. You guys heard me say this enough. As long as you're getting good shots, your offense is pretty good. Now, for people that don't know what they don't know, if you have a bad shooting night, boy, you really struggle against that zone. Yeah, ball don't goes in, you struggle against man-to-man too. You know, we've had a lot of games where we struggle. We've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of zones this year. Tonight was the first night where we just didn't shoot good. But look at the shots Kyler had. Look at the shots Ramon had. Look at the shots Taze had. I called timeout one time and had to remind Taze we're wearing white, you know, and not green. But you know, our offense was really good. The ball moved. When the ball, you know, I put my foot down in the first half. We were taking too many one pass, no pass threes. That's not who we are. We're not a good shooting team. Now we've got some good shooters. The problem is they got a boot on. You can't go to the waiver wire and go grab somebody. You know, we are what we are. But that's why every win this group gets a great win. It's a great win tonight. I find nothing. I wish we'd make every free throw. That way we could be looked at as a great free throw shooting team. I wish we'd make more threes, then we'd be a better 3-point shooting team. But we're 19-2, 8-0. So if you want to take that and run with it, go at it. Our team knows how to win. There's a lot to be said about that.
Go ahead, James.
Yeah, Fabian, every time you take the court, it seems like you're checking off another milestone. What did reaching 1,000 points mean to you, and what was it like with your teammates after the game, just celebrating that?
We more celebrating the win than 1,000 points, but it's just thank you to all my teammates getting me open, getting me good shots, and just on to the next one, I guess, on the next game.
Kelvin, I think they had gotten within 5, and you guys hit a big 3, and then Ramon gets two gets Kyler gets still and then throws it to Ramon. Those 2 buckets by Ramon. I know he had struggled a little bit earlier, but how big was it to get a young guy like that?
Yeah.
That can sort of rise to the occasion?
Yeah, you know, since he had the surgery on his right hand, he's actually really shooting the ball well prior to his surgery. Since his surgery, he's been off. You know, sometimes when you've had a surgery, let's say if he had waited 2 more weeks, but I appreciate him coming back when he did. You know, he actually got cleared, not to necessarily go 5-on-5 full contact, but that was the day that the day before Ramon had his shoulder surgery, and 2 days before Marcus, you know, we lost him for the year. So, you know, I appreciate what Ramon has done. You know, he's not shooting it well, but he's doing a lot of other things good. You know, he's a good finisher. You know, it's my 8th game coaching him. You know, Tulane's played 19 games. We've played 21. They've had the same team for 19 games. You know, we've had this team for 8. I'm still learning them. You know, but we were doing things on the fly tonight. I stuck Taze in the high post and played through him against the zone, and he got some drove it, got some good looks, kicked it out for good looks. You know, just didn't make very many shots tonight. But you know what? Tulane's pretty good. You know, I think we have to give Coach Hunter. You know, I don't like it when coaches get up here and piss and moan about how bad their team played. That's disrespectful to the other team. They had a lot to do with it. They got a good zone. I don't know how bad did they win at Cincinnati? Anybody know? You guys must not cover Tulane, am I right? They were up 20. They were up 25. I think 20 in the first half. There's a reason why they're up 20 in the first half. There's a reason they won at Wichita State. Their conference record 6-4. They could easily be 8-2. They got a good team. You Coach Hunter's done a outstanding job there. Forbes and Cross, and Cook. Cross is a tough matchup for us because he's not a 5-man. He's a 3-man in a 5-man's body. That's a tough matchup for Josh. And because they space the floor around him, but he scored 17 points, but he also took 16 shots. And we held him to 32%. So we're +9 on the boards, right? +9 on the boards, we held him to 32%. Our defense was pretty good. But when you miss as many free throws as we do, I think I'll stop practicing free throws. What do you think? Maybe we're practicing free throws too much. Maybe we're shooting too much. That's what I think I'm gonna do, fam. Close the gym and just show up for games. Can't shoot any worse. To hell. Let's go for it.
Chris, you have a question?
Coach, what was the key to the defense on Cook and their shooters?
Kyler Edwards is outstanding tonight, his defense. I can't tell you how great he was. He's now defensive scheme-wise couldn't be more different than the one he came from. I was watching Texas Tech play the other night. What was that, last night?
Yeah.
They're great. They have a great defense. But our schemes and the way we play is way different than the way they play. But I say that to give a shout out to Kyler, because he's had to completely change not just terminology, but how you guard ball screens, how you guard the ball on the side of the floor, within the slots to sideline, traps on the baseline. There's so many things that he had to learn, and we're putting him on the other team's best player. But our best facilitator versus zones is Jamal. You saw what happened when he came back in the game. Hopefully the next time we play him, he'll play 35 minutes. Kyler played 40 minutes. Taze played 38. He got tired, but that's not going to change. We don't have any depth, so we just that's why what we're doing is not a beauty contest. It's a great win. Period. Did we shoot well? No. But this time next week, when you look at our record, it's going to count as a W, and that's all I care about right now.
James, go ahead.
Yeah, Fabian, you and Josh were able to establish a paint presence early. You had a few dunks. Josh had some layups. How important was that? Can you just talk about some of the looks that allowed y'all to get those easy buckets?
That's just part of the game plan since Mark and T Mark been out. But it's just Taze finding JC a lot in the zone. Kyler finding me in the middle high post. So we just making good decisions out the post, really.
Joe.
Up in the end of that first half there, much that you had to say about that in the locker room at halftime, or calm the team down, or anything like that?
I do. Both teams were probably talking a little bit too much. Since I coached my team, I told our guys to play basketball. Nothing more than that.
Good time for a couple more. Chris, go ahead.
Coach, does Taze remind you of anybody you've coached before?
It reminds me of a quarterback that's going to throw 4 or 5 touchdown passes and 4 or 5 interceptions. If you go messing around with his interceptions, you probably won't get the touchdown passes. Just about every time he whips one around, he looks like he's taking infield half the time. When he starts whipping the ball around, he's gonna make somebody happy with every pass. It's either gonna be Ron Hunter or Kelvin Sampson. And tonight, Ron was probably more happier than me.
One more question. We got it. We'll go Chris. Right behind you, Chris.
Coach, Fabian's, adding the 3-point shot really this year and his improvement. Have you seen a big guy make a similar, game shooting wise under you to being able to add that one?
Yeah, Devin Davis. Devin Davis could shoot it when he got with us. He just couldn't make it. There's a big difference in those two things. Most kids are shooters and not makers. Fabian could shoot those same shots. The ball never went in. That's what I call a non-shooter. Devontae Pollard really improved as a shooter. What am I missing, Fabe? Justin Gorman. Justin Gorman was a 5 at Towson. He was strictly a 5. Fabian was strictly a 5. Devin was a 4-5. Devontae was a, I don't know what he was. He was just out there. But Kellen gets a lot of credit for that, but so does Fabian. Kellen is very disciplined and meticulous about every single day working with our guys before and after practice. Nobody works harder than Coach Q or Coach Kelvin with their player development. Can't tell you since we got back from Central Florida how many shots we put up from the free throw line and the 3-point line. Sometimes it pays off right away, sometimes it doesn't. But just because you work hard, you're not guaranteed to succeed. But if you don't work hard, you have no chance to be consistently good at anything. Hard work is the answer. Doesn't guarantee you anything. But if you don't work hard, you have no chance. Our kids work hard. Our kids, nobody shoots at the free throw. I looked at all those missed free throws tonight. There were so many that went in and out or just on the front rim and just lipped off. And we've been shooting them well. I think we were like top 5 in the conference play. Tonight was a bad night, but you have a pretty good team and you can shoot the ball as poorly as we did and not have your point guard for how many minutes did Jamal play? Play 17 minutes and still find a way to win against a good team. So